Ladies and gentlemen, what is up? As usual, the King of Lightning is here today bringing you guys what? Naruto chapter live reactions, yay! However, I don't know how long I'm going to say as usual because we're here. Naruto and Sasuke won. And I got some Taite Kubo type of shit. Like Naruto and Sasuke 2. Naruto and Sasuke 3. Naruto and Sasuke 4. Naruto and Sasuke 20. Like, damn, nigga. Like, so. Ah, boy. But hey, this is it. As far as I understand, that's it. So let's just dive into this chapter because we're going to find out what Sasuke perceives to be Hokage. And I quote, the true meaning behind Sasuke's Hokage. ... Question mark, exclamation point. So let's just go. That is actually a pretty good fan art, yeah. I like it, wow. Madara Hashirama. Naruto and Sasuke. That looks pretty beautiful. Let me... there we go. Very good. Yeah. He was made to swallow that bitter pill and go into the darkness. Made into a criminal of the villages and a traitor of his country. And while taking all that hatred into himself, he was a shinobi who protected the country of fire and the village of Konoha while staying in the shadows. He was the true Hokage. Itachi. I suppose you can look at it from that perspective. I mean, it's not like he's wrong. I mean, in title, he's not Hokage, obviously. But when it comes to what the whole premise of a Kage is, Itachi would fit it from a roundabout standpoint. Okay, so that's where Sasuke is going with this? Not someone who was recognized by everyone. That name is more fitting for someone who could accept the grudges and hatred of everyone and bear them all. So he's trying to redefine Hokage. He's trying to redefine Kage. I mean, Kage does mean shadow, and Hokage is fire shadow. And in the sense of what he's describing, it's actually not that far off. Why does the shadow need to be recognized by everyone? Okay, so now we're getting Sasuke's agenda here. Like, it reminds me a lot of, like, this notion of dark justice. Like, that whole Rob Lucci shit. I am alone. Because he mentioned before how the only fault that Itachi had was the fact that Sasuke, that he existed. The fact that he was his brother. The fact that he was the only thing that he could never really, let go of, Itachi. And the fact that his secret was exposed. But Sasuke is alone. He's a lone wolf. And granted, whether or not he's truly alone is debatable because he does have Karin and Jugo and Suigetsu and Orochimaru, if you want to throw him in there too. So he's not really alone. But let me read this. I am alone. And now alone I can shoulder and bear all the hatred myself. And then I myself shall take care of everything. It has come to me to deal with all the problems of the shinobi on my own, even their judgment and their punishment. I alone shall be the one to hand it down. I will let all the hatred focus and center on myself, and then I will unify all the villages. The hatred in the darkness must die. And it must happen soon. Yes, the Hokage I'm talking about is the person who sets fire to all the 5 villages. Darkness. With, because I don't know why there's 2 withs there, but whatever. With his own one flame. And then eats the ashes and continues to carry on and survive. What he's doing here is something very fascinating. And I gotta give him a lot of credit because what he's doing, Sasuke, in essence, he is sacrificing his own happiness, his own future prosperity, to be the epicenter of all hatred, of all despair that resides within the world. Instead of having 5 separate villages, you just have the world. And in order to prevent infighting between each other, you have a common enemy. And that common enemy is Sasuke. Sasuke will be the one who is feared yet revered. Because Sasuke will have, and he does have the power, to bring justice to those who go out of line, who don't follow his scheme of the world. But his justice isn't justice per se. It's that Rob Lucci dark justice. Like, oh, like you committed rape, so now I'm going to assassinate you and your whole family. Stuff like that. And then I will bear the brunt of your relatives. I will bear their hatred. That's what I see him doing. At least that's the way at least that's what I'm getting here. If you read Him and Reborn, it reminds me of the dudes in the black, the ones with the black fire. I forgot what they were called. Whatever the name was. All right, fuck it. It reminds me of them, where they were the ones who would bestow upon any judgment upon those who would break the mafia code and stuff like that, and then they would be in prison in this underground prison facility for like forever, something like that. And it's almost the same thing here with Sasuke, but Sasuke is just doing it on like a global scale, or at least maybe from a village standpoint. I mean, it may not be the country of fire or the country of wind or the country of water. It may be the actual villages that reside within those countries. The Hokage that he speaks about isn't the Hokage that is the person who's in the limelight. The person who he's talking about is the guy who delivers justice from the darkness. He's fucking bats. That's what it is. Sasuke wants to become Batman. I'm dead serious. He wants to be that dark justice. He wants to be that individual where you can maintain order, you can maintain peace and prosperity without having to be someone in the limelight, someone of social authority. You can be the one to deliver justice if you have the power to do so within the shadows. So people who commit crimes, people who go against the notion of good and morality, they get punishment delivered onto them from the shadows. You always fear the shadows. You never know when the shadows are going to come and strike at you. That's Sasuke. Sasuke's Rob Lucci. Sasuke's Batman. All shinobi would have to answer to Sasuke as opposed to having to answer to the Hokages or the Gokage. There we go. In essence, again, very similar to the Him and Reborn Vindis, or whatever they're called, where in which when they commit crimes in the mafia, all of their crimes, or at least a majority, or the more sinister of the crimes, have to be answered by them, the ones who manipulate the black fire. And then that's where Sasuke is going right now. That's what Sasuke is trying to do. And I like that. I'm not saying that it's bad, but I personally like that. Because it's one, if you would, it's the darker side of justice. Justice is always perceived to be like something that is bright and shining and it's strong and, you know, like it has that presence. But at the same time, justice has that opposite side too, where it's not bright and colorful and vibrant and happy, but it's sad, it's despair, it's darkness, it's in some cases perceived to be evil, but it's still justice. I like that. I like this. I'm a fan of this Sasuke. I'm a fan of this Sasuke. Alright, he's not thinking small term anymore. Now he's on a whole new scale. I like this. I like this. Alright, moving on. And then right here, again, Sasuke fortifying his own ambitions. You have Naruto. And you think everyone's just gonna say okay to that? And Sasuke responds, I told you, it doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter in the least what you all think of me. As of now, I am the only one that has the power to take control. Naruto, what's your game plan, bruh? What's your game plan, Naruto? Oh, right, nothing. And, I'm not gonna, bullshit, because Naruto does have valid points. But again, in Naruto's case, he completely ignores individuality. He just throws, yeah, gone. You gotta do it with other people. You can't do it by yourself, man. You need the folks around you to help you. When you fall down, they can pick you up. Yeah, I'm like, oh, bro. I mean, again, it's not only in the sense of the manga Naruto. It's also a concept that's actually very real in our world, considering where you have a concept of individualism being more of a Western thing, and yet you have something that is more of like a community-driven type of thing as an Eastern thing. You can also see this issue between Naruto and Sasuke from that perspective as well. Though I do find it amusing that the individualism, in this case, what can be seen as Western, is also coincide with darkness because Sasuke is that representation. Naruto's the light, Sasuke is the darkness, so on and so forth. I'm just saying. And it looks like a lot of their ideals came from Itachi too, because now you have flashbacks where each one is remembering what Itachi told them, and they're each taking what Itachi did and said to, like, they're taking it from different perspectives. Like, Itachi truly is a character of unsurmountable weight when it comes to the story of Naruto, because Itachi is the key reason as to why Naruto and Sasuke believe and feel the way they believe and feel. And then right here, Sasuke makes also a very valid point as well. That alone isn't enough for everything to go smoothly, just like these two statues. Right. I mean, you had Naruto, you had this whole moment where, even though when it comes to Kaguya, they sealed her, and they had to do so together with the powers of yin and yang, thing here is that when you look at the whole Madara and Hashirama story, they themselves tried to do it as a team, and then it did not work. And then there's also a second layer to Sasuke's whole shtick as well. And I quote, "It's revolution. Revolution! So that the villages will no longer exist in and be... So that the villages will no longer exist in and be instruments of darkness." Okay, that's kind of weird. That's worded weird, but whatever. Instruments of darkness. I alone shall become the darkness. I will deal with the pitch black darkness of the past in order to start over from scratch, so we can head into a pure white future. So Sasuke, again, he sees it from a different perspective, where a lot of cases it's seen as the brighter the light, the darker the shadow. No. Sasuke, the darker the shadow, the brighter the light. In this case, absolute darkness also coincides with the purest white. And then Naruto responds, "To do that, you're going to kill the ancestral 5 Kage and all the tail beasts." Sasuke, that's right. He just said damn straight. I'm gonna sever the past. Oh man, from the ground up. Yeah, from the ground up. That's Sasuke right now. From the ground up. That's what we working at. Naruto wants to build what's already... See, that's what Naruto. Naruto, he wants to build something better without taking a look at what you're building on. Sasuke is starting from the ground up. From the ground up. And I like that. You sever the Kages. You take care of the tail beasts. So you don't have this impower balance where you have massive chakra pools everywhere. I mean, mind you, the tail beasts, they're going to go into like their own corners and shit. But who's not to say that someone wants power, therefore someone goes and hunts down, let's say, Son Goku, the Four Tails, they attain massive power, and then in correlation, another person attains massive power by hunting down the Five Tails because they want to counterbalance, and then all of a sudden, you're back to this fucking nonsense. He's doing something that he knows will make him detested by the world. and yet he's doing it anyway. Again, when you're willing to sacrifice the future of your life, the possibilities of prosperity and peace, just to maintain balance in the world, just to maintain peace for others, then in my mind you get respect. Just saying. Naruto ain't doing that shit. Naruto, he's not nearly as hardcore. Sasuke is hardcore. I mean, Sasuke is saying that to him Itachi is nothing more than the past, which whether or not that's true or not, we have yet to see. But he says, as of now, I plan to correct all the errors and the faults of the past, sever them clean away, and start over new. And I will begin by cutting you down. And the blood that rains down shall be the final memorial for my lost brother. Yo, man, like I said before, from the ground up. Naruto, you won't be cutting me down. Here we go. Wait, not yet. I'm sorry. No, because Naruto has to go on a spiel real quick. I've learned everything I know from people in my past. And what I've learned is when you mess up, you pick yourself up and figure out what to do next. Okay, Naruto, what do you do next? You see, Naruto, he lives in the moment. That's what, again, Naruto, I think, doesn't actually think about these things like Sasuke does. Not in the sense of the way he thinks about it, but for future endeavors. Like, he doesn't, like, Naruto lives for the here and now. Sasuke lives for the here, the now, and the future. The past, he's trying to sever. Dude, Naruto lives a lot in the, because he takes a look at his life, and he's seeing the people that have brought him to today. I mean, considering the fact that, think about this. Naruto is gung-ho about maintaining a friendship with Sasuke. He wants to maintain his past feelings and emotions, his past friendship with Sasuke. Sasuke wants to completely cut that shit off. Again, you have a difference here where Naruto, in a lot of cases, looks at the past as a means to seeing what he can do for the here and now. Sasuke completely disregards the past, wants to sever the past, and he thinks about what he's going to do here and now for the sake of the future. Oh, and fucking Hagoromo! Oh, yay, Hagoromo! Yay! Fuck you! Yeah, so Sasuke, he admits, or to Hagoromo, like, yo, Naruto is the closest friend I've had. Gotta kill him. He is one of the final anchors that ties him to the past. Oh, split panel time! Yay! Iruka Sensei, Naruto, Sasuke, yay! Stance up, stance up, stance up. Rush, 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 yay! Alright, moving on. And that's it. That is it, man. Naruto and Sasuke rush at each other, they clash, and then it begins. So, I will see you guys later. King of Lightning, if you don't see it now, you'll see it at some point in the corner. If you don't see it now, you'll see it at some point in the future, obviously. Give or take tonight, probably tomorrow morning. And that's it. So, rate the video, comment, subscribe. Peace. Have a nice day.